Haven't posted any updates in a while, but I've still been making solid progress. The owner has been over here about once a week helping me out. I've been happy to have his help. Let's go over where we're at. I have my new spring perches fabricated and painted. Tried to put them in, but I wasn't able to get the spring compressed enough with the perch on to get it in there. What I'm gonna do instead is drill and weld a nut here so that I can take my spring compressor rod and come up through the bottom, thread into that nut, and suck it down against this lower control arm, put it in, and then let the rod out. That'll be helpful for future work as well. Next update, we've got the drive shaft in. I ended up having to shorten it myself because the shop I use was uncomfortable welding aluminum. I feel pretty good about what I did, but it's my first time, so hopefully it all holds. You can see there just a bit more of the yoke sticking out of the transmission than would have been ideal, but it is a long yoke and I'm not worried about it. And it made it easy to get on there and back. The exhaust is back in, you can see. However, it is hitting here on the cross member. So we'll have to do some fabrication to get this bend further back and pass under where the hump is there in the cross member so that everything fits back up neatly. Inside the car, the interior is about 100% back in, still a couple panels, and it looks nice, it looks great, looks stock. The only tell is this shift knob, I think, as I covered before, and it's definitely a if you know, you know. The wiring is all tucked up in for the box that handles the reverse lockout solenoid. I found some power from the stereo wires and borrowed it to do that. Found a ground up under the dash, got everything loomed and tucked away, plugged into the transmission. We also yesterday filled the transmission. It takes Dexron 3 ATF for 1,000 miles on break-in, and then after that we will go to GM Synchromesh. I cleaned up, unrelated to the transmission, the wires under the hood. Some of the spark plug wires were considerably too long, so I cut these down to length, threw some zip tie looms on there to clean it up. I'm much happier with how that looks now. I also eliminated 3 individual split loom routings across the front of the engine and got those all into one. That was feeding the MSD box. And then also you can see here it touches the alternator, goes around to some other stuff. Happy about that. The owner said he's gonna order the factory cover to go over this stock mess here. We'll get that cleaned up, that'll be good. The new battery's in. And yeah, that's what we've been up to. Hopefully I'll be able to make some more progress as I've got time off for Christmas, and we'll be rolling back on the street in no time.